Right, Lagos, welcome back, welcome back. This is the breakfast show here on Overt Radio. This is the Wednesday edition of Overt Radio Breakfast Show. We are broadcasting to you live from the city of Lagos. Lagos is a center of excellence, the city that never sleeps. All right, I'll be doing the wake-up conversation this morning alone. My co-anchor Ibukun is unavoidably here in the studio. Hopefully tomorrow or next she will join this wake-up conversation here this week here on Overt Radio. This breakfast show is being brought to us here by Life Back Pharmacy and Stores Limited, marketers of Ogama QS soft gel and anti-malaria. So this morning, what I will be talking about this morning is one of the stories that I analyzed earlier during the newspaper review headline, and that is the topic for today is Kaduna killings. Are strong presidential directives enough to end Nigeria's security crisis? When Tinubu issues directive, when the president issues directive, when the governor, issue directive, even when the Minister of Defense, issues directive, those directives, were they strong enough to end Nigeria's security crisis? So let me give you the brief here, the introduction. Today, our attention turns to another tragic chapter in Nigeria's security challenges. President Bola Tinubu has strongly condemned the gruesome attack on Naridon Village, Kauru local government area of Kaduna State, where about 30 people, including women and children, lost their lives. Several homes were razed. Others were abducted, and countless families have been left in mourning. The president has described the attack as a barbaric and cowardly attack on innocent citizens, and has directed the armed forces, the police, and intelligence agencies to hunt down the perpetrators, rescue those abducted, and restore peace to the affected communities. He has also assured Nigerians that those responsible will not go unpunished, while urging residents to produce credible intelligence to security agencies. Beyond the strong words and fresh directives, Nigeria are asking a familiar question. When will these recurring attacks finally come to an end? So, on today's program, we ask, Kaduna killings, are strong presidential directives enough to end Nigeria's security crisis? Should the focus now shift from condemnation to measurable results? Are our security agencies adequately equipped to prevent this attack before they happen? What role should local communities play in intelligence gathering, and ultimately, what lasting solutions can guarantee that innocent Nigerians no longer live in fear? Innocent Nigerians can go to their beds with their two eyes closed. So that is what I'll be doing this morning. Are presidential directives, are they enough? Are they enough to end the security crisis in the country? Are they enough? How many directives has the president given since he assumed office in 2023? Even before the president before him, even his predecessors, those he took over from, they have been issuing countless directives. I remember vividly when the former president, late Muhammadu Buhari, was in charge, was in office. when there had been an attack in Kaduna or any other part of the country, we will hear in the news maybe 6 hours later, maybe 24 hours later, we will hear in the news, President Buhari summons service chiefs at Aso Rock. Buhari summons service chiefs, including the IGP, to Aso Rock, and after their meeting, they will not, of course, it's not by force. They disclose what was discussed to the press. Afterwards, there will still be attack again in the country. Now, as a result of, because it is laughable, but first of all, condolences to those who lost, to the family and loved ones who lost their loved ones. In Kaduna, in Kaduna, more than 30 people died. 30 destinies were lost. People who had dreams of becoming great in life, that dreams were cut short. Okay, people who had ambitions, mothers who had dreams that their children, will grow up to become young adults, will become somebody who are responsible in the future. These mothers, their dreams have shattered. Children who look up to their mother, who looked up to their father. Oh, my mama, my father would defend me, but because of the lack of sensitivity from our leaders, because we have leaders in this country, who don't care about those people who voted for them into office. Because if you care for those who voted you into office, you will not allow anything to touch them. If we have leaders in this country who care about the plight of the people, no leader will allow anything to happen to the people. Just like a father. You are a father, you have wife and maybe 2 or 3 kids, and you do everything to protect your family. But in this case, in this part of the world, there are some leaders in this country that are wicked, despite the fact that they swore an oath to protect the lives and property of the people. And at the end of the day, they don't live up to their responsibility. They don't live up to expectations. So now this is a modern day democracy, that 30 people in your country, 30 of them died in one day. Where in this country, where in this world, which country in this world, if there are countries in this world, I want to know those countries. Which country in this world that in a day, just one day, less than 6 hours, less than 12 hours, less than 24 hours, 30 people died? Which country in this world is things like this happening? Are things like this happening? Even in the time of war, even the hostilities in the Middle East. Okay, maybe we can say that, okay, during the Israel and the Hamas war, a few years ago, a couple of years ago, we hear about deaths. The Israelites would throw missile on buildings, and the buildings will come down on Hamas. Okay, but Nigeria, the funny part of this is that Nigeria is not at war. Who are we fighting with? Are we fighting with Ghana? Are we fighting with Benin Republic? Are we fighting with Togo? Are we fighting with Niger Republic? Who are we fighting with that 30 innocent lives will die without explanation? Who are we fighting with? Which neighboring countries are we at war? That 30 people will die on a day, in one day. Who are we fighting with? We must take things like this serious. How blood have been spilled on the ground. Innocent blood are crying for justice, for God's sake. So who is Nigeria fighting with? Who is Nigeria fighting with that in a day 30 people will die, and the governor of that state, the police in that state, the police command in that state feels that it is normal. And it was 24 hours that the president is issuing a statement, is giving a directive. All right. Now, I will be giving the number of people that have died in Kaduna State since this administration started. Okay? Based on record, based on reported incidences, based on reported facts, I'll be giving the number of people that have died in Kaduna State since 2023. The Kaduna State government reported that at least 214 people were killed due to attacks, communal clashes, and reprisals between January and March 2023. How many people? 214. Between January and March 2023. Okay, that is that. Tudunbiri bombing